there is a term called self-efficacy. It's about your self-confidence. So it's a bit technical term, but it's kind of beneficial for you to at least have a glance on it. So it's about your goal. It's about your own estimation to your ability. It's simple. If you have a goal and if you think you can achieve it, you shall be able to achieve it. But if you have a goal but you think you cannot do it, the likeliness will be probably zero, right? So I don't say that if you have a goal and if you believe in that, that's going to happen 100%, but the percentage will become higher, right? So we need to elevate our self-efficacy. Low self-efficacy means that it's not going to happen. Next one is feed forward. This is the one that I have invented. And so it's a set of communication skill to help people look at the future. The reason I've invented this is that because people tend to be captured by the past and find difficulty to look at the future. The easiest way to do is to utilize questions asking about their future. What are you going to do next? What is your plan after this COVID-19 thing? Or even kind of simple thing to, shall we go out for dinner? Those things will bring the other person's mind to the future, which helps them become more positive and enjoy their life. It's a simple tool, but works powerfully. And these are the things that I have covered today. Comfort zone, RAS, goal, efficacy, and feed forward. I know it was very quick. And I told you that it usually takes 2 days or things. And I really tried to condense as much as possible so that you could at least touch the surface and feel something. And of course, I'm not saying that this is the end. So I have talked with Ed and decided to do the next one in a month. So on June 25th, kind of 30 days from now, I'm going to run a workshop together with you. We need to, with Ed, discuss the structure. However, the title is going to be Understanding the Human Mind, and it's a kind of working on experiencing how to kind of use it for your own life. It will take 90 minutes, and the starting time will be same as today. For 9:30 for Australian and for 8:30 for Japan, and for American people, European people, it could be at midnight, but so it would start and kind of take place on this time. Okay, so this is the end of my presentation. I see a question in it, and I know I've talked a lot. And the question was, what are your goals? Okay, that's interesting. So, but if you have, I will try to answer, but what do you think? If you have anything that you want to ask, please type in, and I'm reading this, but it's very small. How does our brain or us respond when we set big goals and have not achieved it, or have fallen short? What can you do? Okay. The point is that, to this question, so if we fail, how should we deal with this? So the point is that if that is coming from your want to, if that is your real thing that you want to do, it's just you didn't have enough time. Of course, I understand that there are time limitations in various things. Like you have to kind of, if you want to do kind of pass this examination, and if like it may be different by the country, like if you want to be a doctor, you have to pass by 27 or something. I know there's a time limitation. However, that is just a limitation created by somebody else. So if you want to keep doing that, you just keep doing that. So eventually that will happen, or you get close to that. Or the other way, if you want to be a kind of professional sports player and look at your kind of body, and there is a limitation, of course. However, if you really want to do that, you may not be a kind of a pro soccer player at the top league. Maybe you can't if you are too old, but if you keep continuing doing that, you could be get close to some kind of that. And it's not the purpose to become something, but it's the purpose of life is to get close to what you want and enjoy. That's what I think. So therefore, we fail. I failed a lot, actually. I don't have the time to share in this minutes, but I keep moving on and working on because I think that if I really want to do it, I just need to continue it, if that helps. And there's a question, so what are your goals? My goal is to kind of, I have a lot of goals. So one of the goals is, of course, deliver and bring this kind of a concept to the people like you and also to people everywhere in the country and world so that everybody can feel that kind of have a confidence of, number one is having a goal. So many people in the world even struggle to have a goal. They can't even think about. And also, even if they have a goal, they can't believe that she will be able to do that. So I want to help those people to become more confident of what they aim and what they kind of believe and what they achieve. If you have anything else. So this is what I try to do. I deliver these things. Can this idea about goal setting work for teams? Surely it does. It really works for teams. And what I'm doing is, I haven't mentioned that much, but I'm a CEO coach. I have a brand called CEO Coaching, and I coach the CEOs, and the CEOs always tell me, CEOs of the corporation always tell me that I need my executive team to listen to this. So I cascade down to those teams, and the executives tells me that, oh, I need my team to listen to this. The team will listen to this. Or I publish some books, so they read my books and they understand the kind of flavor. And the top management or the leaders will kind of start changing their way of working and living. That has an influence on the people and team. Once everybody has gotten this concept in their mind and body, it will be entirely different. So I have published a book called 1 to 100. 1 to 100 literally means bringing a company from 1 million to 100 million. It sounds impossible, but I'm believing that if the people in the team, all of the members, be it 100,000, if they believe in that, if we set the goal, higher goal, and they believe in themselves, the collective energy and the capability of the team will enable 1 to 100. Hope this answers. How do we all have the same 24 hours? What happens when I cannot touch? Okay, that's an important thing. Yes, we have our time is limited to 24 hours, and we won't be able to do everything at the same time. Our brain is capable of selecting what to do at first. And of course, there are things that you cannot, but if you put that in your unconscious will automatically work to find the chance, and in its flows, you capture it. If you don't put that in your mind, it just goes away. So I know there's time limitation. You need a priority, but let your brain decide on the priority. And I think it's time, so I can continue, and I will try to answer the last one, and because everybody should be going back to the work. How do mindsets influence our approach to setting and achieving goals? How do mindsets influence our approach to setting and achieving goals? So this is the whole thing that I have to take time to explain. So I've just scratched the surface, and our brain has a selection, as I mentioned, RAA, selection system to pick up what is important for you. What is important for you? So in order to achieve a goal, you need to take an action. What action to take is important. There are various things that looks good to do, but if you have a specific goal that is clearly defined there, and you believe in your mindset, your kind of brain, your brain will let you know what to do, and you take the action, you get closer. So this works as a combination, and this is what you need to experience on yourself, but not just listening to. Okay? So I enjoyed talking to you, and I also enjoyed and appreciate your response to me. And 60 minutes is so quick. And I need to hand back this. And can you go back to the screen again? Thank you. So we are going to a workshop to dig into the detail. Of course, it's only a 90 minutes. We just still are doing the entry thing, but it's going to be a help for you, and we'll be publishing the information within this coming week. So this is the end of, thank you very much, and I really appreciate that for Norman. And I'm handing back to Ed. I've been hanging around a little bit for a while, so if you can stay, please ask me any questions. Okay, Ed.
Thank you very much, Kazuyoshi, or should I say arigato gozaimashita.
Perfect.
Thank you. I studied a small amount of Japanese at school, so
Excellent.
I know a few words. I took a lot out of that, and Norman has been telling me a lot about you, and I'm really glad to be able to introduce you to people in Australia, and that's the reason why we're also going to be running these extra things, because there's a lot of concepts there that you introduced but didn't have enough time to go into it all. So that's we're going to extend it into those workshops, as you mentioned, and I put some of the details in the chat. We also have this video right now is embedded on your page on the lastconference.com/anywhere website, and people will be able to review this whole talk afterwards. Also, we had a really great demand here, and I know that some people weren't able to get onto the Zoom part of it, but hopefully they did join the YouTube live session. So as Kazuyoshi said, if you would like to stay, I'm sure he will be happy to answer a couple more questions now, but if you do have to go, then hopefully we can see you again another time. Just one extra note is that none of these talks that we're doing are behind a paywall, and there's no obligation, and it's not compulsory to financially contribute. But I know some of you have already, so thank you very much. And if you are able to financially contribute, there is a support button on Kazuyoshi's page, and that helps us to continue to run these sessions, particularly as we can't run physical conferences at the moment. So I'm going to end the YouTube live now and say thanks to everyone there.
Yeah, good man.
Okay, so the people who are still here, who didn't get time in the 60 minutes to ask a question and have it answered, I've got some time. You have a little bit of time. If you would like to ask more, then the Q&A box is still there. You could also raise your hand, virtually raise your hand. And I know Martin Frank did earlier. He's had to go. But if you would like to raise your hand, we can allow you to unmute your microphone. You could actually talk if you would like to. But if you're happier to type a question, that would be fine. I mean, I would ask, my question to you would be, I know that you've written some books.
To me, sure.
So how many have you written?
So I have published 4 books, and I'm working on a new one, which is the 5th book, and also I'm working together with Norman Budek to translate the 1 or 2 at least books into English.
Okay, and when will they be available?
The English version you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
So I have to ask him, but the aim is for that to happen within half an year. So it really actually takes time to translate things. So by the fall, we aim to.
Books?
Well, sorry.
What are the 2 books that you're working on in English?
Oh, so English is about the CEO coaching. So I think I have here. So I'm sure that you don't read Japanese, but at least you see English here, CEO coaching. So this is a kind of everything that I do to the CEOs of corporation. The probably next one, I'm not quite sure yet, but maybe it could be this. I don't know. Oh, sorry, whether you see this. It's relatively small, feed forward, or gold vision, whichever that is suitable for this occasion.
those two books about?
So they are the kind of building blocks for the CEO coaching. So it's kind of talking about the different part of the big picture. So if you go to a museum and you see a huge picture, so it's actually huge, but so I explain by the parts. And so it tells how to be successful and how to communicate with people. So it works in business and also works in your family or friendship.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Norman said, great, wonderful, thank you for your brilliance, and I would agree with them. So, and we answered the mindsets. Yeah, we did that one. Okay.
I covered all things.
Okay, finally, I'll wrap it up now. Thanks very much, and I'll talk to you soon. And we hope to see other people who've joined the session potentially think about joining your workshop, but also coming along to some of the other sessions that we have in the future on Last Anywhere, and they're all up on our site. So
sure.
Thanks very much, and have a great day wherever you are.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody, and Ed and Lisa. Bye-bye.